we 2 minutes early. Oh man, what's going on Facebook?
What's happening? What's happening?
We 2 minutes early today.
Yes, sir.
7:58.
We 3 for 3, man.
Yeah, man, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna chill for a minute. We know some of y'all might be trying to watch that old state game,
Oh, man.
but they ain't even playing nobody that's ranked. So y'all might as well listen to us.
So what is you doing?
Let's
like?
talk about something, cause we about to talk about something real.
Straight up, square biz,
You know,
man.
we gonna get on something that. It's time to put them thinking caps on
What's
today,
up,
baby. What's going on, Miss Lady? How you doing? Like your idea about the topic too. Very good. Very good. Thought provoking,
man.
even.
Indeed.
What's up, Pops?
What's going on, Pops?
We just let everybody get in here, man.
Yeah.
We started at 7:58, Rod.
Holy.
They late.
Yeah,
Why y'all late? Why y'all late?
today? Y'all late today.
Why y'all late today?
Oh, man. We trying to do it
man.
different, man.
We definitely are, man.
You know.
Changing up a little bit, man. But you know, we about 8 o'clock. Truth Be Told Radio.
Keeping it a buck.
Cause you know we don't give a fuck. What's going on, y'all?
What's happening?
You know, today, man, I'm here with the homie, man, Big Rod, man. Y'all know who I am, the homie Tank.
Peace. What's happening, family?
We got something we want to talk to y'all about today, man. Something interesting, man. Something that we feel is something that is for the people, but at the same time, it's community basis, and I can say a little more, but I'm gonna let my brother eloquently put it because I like where he was going with it. So, brother, you have the floor, my brother.
You know, I just want to say what's up to everybody out here in this city, everybody that's in this 330 and surrounding areas or whatever that have been part of this community and grew up here and did what they do and are all trying to survive and make it here. I'm going to start out with the fact that, you know, I'm a product of the city. I grew up on the West, from Morley, Stadelman, Delia, Fernwood.
Sheffield, shout out
You know
Sheffield.
what I mean? 1040 product in the building.
already
You
know,
know what I'm
baby.
saying? I'm
Book
part
the
of
Griff.
that part of that Bookthal cluster. I grew up running with cats that lived in the same environment, same neighborhood. A lot of us didn't have a lot. Some of us had families that did the best they could to pave a way. We still, despite that, being young men growing up in this environment, trying to find our way into manhood, we grew up in an environment and made decisions that legally many would call illegal. But we lived our lives and we did things that we did. Me, myself, I mean, you know, I dabbled. You know, I sold marijuana as a youth. You know what I mean? I wasn't a kingpin. I'll even say to some degree I was an unsuccessful drug dealer. I was one who was more of a jack of all trades, master of none. Even though I might have had my little bit of extra change I made on the side, I still kept a 9 to 5. I still kept a gig, something that was instilled in me. I was fortunate to have people in my family and in my peer group that encouraged a certain code of conduct. Along that way, I found that I had the gift of communication. So music became my thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew me in the hood for being a wordsmith. So a lot of the individuals that ran in certain circles and lived their life up on the hill, did certain things, they kind of steered me away from a lot of that because they felt that I had a potential to impact in a different way. They felt that my ability to take what they couldn't say and put into another way would be a gift and a tool to kind of change the narrative and the dialogue that many people have about our inner city, that people have about our hood. So I've taken that as my my talent or my gift or my contribution into our community. So the way that I do things, some people have organizational skills. Some people have different lanes of social activism that help. Mine is through media and entertainment. So I use this platform for y'all. I open it up for y'all. Open it up for y'all to have the ability to speak on what major networks won't speak, or to communicate to those that don't pay attention to those levels of information. So I just want y'all to understand that my heart and my intentions are bigger than just having something to say. So on that note, let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man.
You know what I mean?
You already know what time it is, man. You already know where we going. If y'all read the headliner, y'all kind of can get it. And if you've been in the city, which most of y'all from that's listening to us right now, y'all know what's going on. We had another little act of violence over here at the Open Pantry store. Without getting too much into it, basically some couple of gentlemen basically had a disagreement and it ended up with some pow. That being said, it's somewhat brought some words being said by a few people about how they feel about the whole situation, about how they feel about the store, about how they feel about the people in the community, about what they think about the people in the community. Mm-hmm. And I know for me, I got a shirt on today, y'all. See y'all see my shirt.
He wore a shirt today,
It
y'all.
It say I matter. Well, I wear a shirt every day, nigga. But this shirt say I matter. And the whole purpose of the I matter thing was about the police brutalities, about the injustice amongst black men and women in society.
No doubt.
But sometimes I think we forget that this I also represents we.
Word up.
And we forget that. We definitely forget that. And it's time for us to start realizing that. And, something happens and the first thing black people want to do is run and blame somebody or want to say this ain't that, or they want to put something together, or people get together, let's just have a movement, let's have a march, let's have a talk, let's have a plethora of things y'all want to come up with. Mm-hmm. But it seems to stop after that. After the shot value hit, it seems like it's back to who gives a shit. And y'all, that's a problem. And the title of the show says, so it said, brother, because your wife came up with a beautiful topic.
Someone's child is going to die soon.
Someone's child is going to die soon. And I put 2 question marks behind that. The reason I did that was because we all need to ask ourselves, are we next? Is someone we care about next? What's next? Because right now, we in a situation where every time you look around, it's volatile. Don't nobody know how to speak to each other. Mm-hmm. Don't nobody know how to communicate well with each other. Everything has to end in a bang, bang, boom, boom. And we left with someone that we care about, someone that we may know, or someone that you know. And they're gone over foolishness. And I'm not here to cast no aspersions on nobody. What I'm here to do is, let me rephrase that. What we're here to do is to tell y'all niggas to wake up. Stop pointing fingers. Stop blaming every damn body. Let's start being accountable for our communities, our actions, and stop wearing shit because it look good. Stop putting on shit because we think that's cool, because we want to be a part of a movement that we ain't even giving a damn about for real. Don't care about me when I'm dead. Care about me while I'm here. You know what I'm saying, bro? And that's just how I feel about it. Before, like I said, we gonna get into more, but I just had to tell you how I'm feeling right now.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? The brother explained y'all how he was feeling, and I want y'all to know how I'm feeling. I'm not upset, but I am a little bit puzzled with why the hell we continue to know the element and still persist to run into the fucking element. You can't run into that damn wall and get mad at the wall for being there. How about you get your ass out the way? Or better yet, don't run into it. I don't know, man. It's just,
You know, I mean, bro, I mean, that's real. Everybody comes from different walks of life,
I agree.
different backgrounds, different moral codes, different family values.
Right.
But we all here. And we all
The same.
we shop the same
You
stores.
better say it.
We drive the same streets.
You better
We
say
move
it.
into the same neighborhoods. We send our children to the same schools. We cheer for the same teams. We go to the same bars. We go to the same clubs. We go to the same events. And the problem is, to me, in a part of it, we have two different cultures. And both of these cultures have fought for their own existence. You have, we'll say, the working class culture, and you have the street culture.
You better say it.
The day is long. There is not a society on this damn planet that don't have both. So, whether or not we agree with them, some of these working class brothers know where to go find that bag of that good on their off day.
You better say it.
So they can thank that street element. All right, let's call it like it is.
Call it how it
Ain't nobody better than nobody with this.
But that's when it get tweaky though.
That's
when it can get tweaky, though.
It get real dicey because what has happened in this community and what's happened just in the world, period, man. This ain't just Akron. We've gotten to a point now that we are our most armed, we are our most opinionated, we are our most divided, we are our most violent. And a lot of this is starting to trickle over into everyday's random life. There's got to be some kind of order.
Period.
It's got to be order, man.
Gotta be order.
You know,
Because it's too much chaos. And in the midst of all this chaos, you seeing a lot of uneducated.
mm-hmm.
You seeing a lot of people just running around thinking they know. And really they don't have no clue. And it's not, I don't want to so much put it on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always feel it's a community thing. We can't just say the problem is theirs. That's just a street problem. You can't have the people in that element say, hey, that's just the street people's problem. You know what I mean? We don't care about that. We have nothing to do with that. We can't do that. We can't divide something that's already been built to be divided. You understand what I'm saying? It's set up for us to be divided. It's set up for us to just wear shirts like this when it matter and then go back to the everyday life of foolishness. It's set up for us like that. And until we learn to care, until we start to have faith in each other,
Mm-hmm.
because for me personally, I feel like we've lost faith.
Oh yeah.
But yet we'll put we'll put faith, and I'm gonna call him out again. We'll put faith in the tie-dye Jesus, but we won't put faith in a brother that has the same face as me. We won't. I'll sit here and cuss this man out and tell him, "Oh, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing this." But if somebody else from another situation come through, and I'm sitting like, "Yeah, that's pretty good. That's what you're doing. It's good." And that joke don't give a shit about me. You see what I'm saying? We have, and it's funny how it ties in from what we were saying last week about the unity thing. We have an area where brothers congregate at,
Mm-hmm.
get to kicking it, get to doing what they do, which cats have always done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, we grew up, but being on the block wasn't nothing. That's something we did. That was like the way they play Fortnite now. Is the way we accumulated and kicked it on the block with each other and laughed and joked and had our fun.
But they playing Fortnite for real now.
You see, exactly. The only problem is you don't come back from these bullets. Ain't no revives. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? And we're getting to the point to where the shadow, that dark shadow and that cloud is starting to expand a whole lot bigger, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, that's a problem, man. Because ain't we had enough rainy days? Ain't we had enough gloomy moments? You know what I'm saying? Ain't we had enough? When are we going to wake up and say, that's enough? We lose it. The kids that's dying, and they dying younger.
Mm-hmm.
So if they dying younger, who the fuck going to take care of us?
State.
I mean, and
One way or
bro,
another.
what is the state showing us if they gonna take care of it? They've definitely shown us they don't give a shit. Look how they always trying to cut something and keep you out of the loop so you don't know what the hell to look at and what to know of.
So with that in mind, man, when we start talking about taking action in our community, taking action to change that environment that's around us, we have to change the way we look at a lot of stuff, man.
Right.
You know, we grow up from one era, and there's things in our city that we see as landmarks. We hold a nostalgia to them. We have memories. You know, we have an emotional connection to a lot of physical landmarks and even just neighborhoods that we grew up in. I grew up 2 blocks from OP. And I mean, hell, I was actually riding through my old block on Morley. Morley block ain't what it was in '95.
Better say it.
It ain't what it was in '05. It ain't what it was in '85. It damn sure ain't what it was in '75. And a lot of that, we can blame the loss of jobs. We can blame
Family structure.
family structures, all that. The blame is not the important part right now. What we have to look at is you have to diagnose the problem
All day.
in order to know how to try and approach it correctly. The street landscape is a whole lot different than what it used to be. There are no quote unquote quiet zones or safe zones because everybody lives where they live and everybody does what they do. The thing is, though, there's no order. And because there is no order with these cats that are in that lifestyle, it's forcing other people to look at it certain ways. It forces some people to say, okay, well, this thing has to go. And then other people go, well, that's not the problem. Well, it may not be a direct problem. Then again, it might. And I say that, and I'm just throwing it out here. I'll do it, and I don't care who gets mad. Tara Mosley Samples has started a petition to shut down OP. A high multitude of crime calls in this last year alone, let alone over the last stretch of the last 15 years, have increased in that area. Multiple arrests, multiple gunplay, multiple shootings, the like. Some have even thrown the rumor that in some ways this store may be complicit, funding guns, funding resources to,
Hell of an allegation there, buddies.
funding resources to the element out here. Now, for y'all that's in the streets, y'all that's in the game still, y'all gonna see it differently. Y'all gonna see it differently than I do. I get that. But at the same time, there has to be structure, man. there used to be shot callers. There used to be OGs. There used to be folks that when there were beefs, you had to holler at them first because so-and-so worked with so-and-so.
See, the only problem with that is now cats. See, and the thing is cats dying. Some of the older cats that kind of could keep some order, they dead.
Or locked
or
up.
they doing Buck Rogers time. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, once you lose, what you like to say, when the captain of the ship gone, the ship gonna sail where it sail. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is the thing. You know, he and I, you know, we and we're gonna get into it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you had
slow walking
a few good ideas about you know what people can do if they did decide they want to get rid of the store. You know, and I'm more of an avid of saying that it's not the store. Because ever since I've been a kid, OP been what OP's been. You know, and so the only difference is being that it's more kids now with less guidance, it looks a little bit shrewder than what it was when we were growing up. Niggas been catching plays and doing shit at OP since OP been OP. It is what it is. When you was getting your JoJo's in that clear bag with all the hot sauce in them and stuff, with your Chili Willy going from lunchtime and all that stuff, shit was going down there. So I'm more so under the mindset of it's the people in the community. Now, I would be blinded to say that OP isn't a symptom. That would be me just not being responsible with my speech.
Right.
So we got to keep it real at the end of the day, because it's Truth Be Told Radio. We keep it a buck because, you know, we don't give a fuck. That's what we do. So we got to tell the truth about shit. The problem comes in my opinion, when you do have a situation like that, as far as the store, and maybe it's not ran in a way that it should be ran. As in, and you know, I'm never an advocate for the police, but
Why don't y'all have some type of
uniform guard out there to somewhat keep the foolishness down? Because see, the store owner can only say so much, but he still needs to say something. You understand what I'm saying? Something needs to be said. Accountability goes all around this globe here with this.
Everybody.
And this is the thing. Who you have your own opinion or on your own choice where you want to place that accountability. You know, I can't tell someone that, you can't tell someone that. But one thing I think we can agree on is that the community, in my opinion, this is my opinion, so I won't say everybody, this is a tank fact.
TF.
A TF, baby. Tank fact is, it's the community that needs to be held accountable. We can't sit up here, and once again, it's my opinion, we can't blame OP for Negroes acting a fool. Negroes gonna act a fool because that's what Negroes do.
No, you can't blame them for that.
However, and I said it in all capital letters, however, you can't just keep letting the element of foolishness be around and say, fuck it.
What'd you say?
You can't just keep letting the element of foolishness be around and just say, fuck it.
One more time.
You can't let the foolishness be around and say, fuck it. You can't. And that's our problem, in my opinion. We so used to foolishness that we quick to say, man, that's just niggas being niggas. We so quick to say, man, that shit gonna be what it was. Let them young niggas kill themselves. We so quick to say, man, that shit ain't shit. But, and I'm not saying you 100, let me take that. You are fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong for saying this. I'm not gonna say you are fucking wrong for saying it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give you no type of way to slide out of that shit. Your ass wrong. Flat out. Because you don't tell me you care about the community and you care about the people, but yet you point fingers on every goddamn thing else instead of doing something to make this shit work. It don't have to be a monetary thing. It don't have to be I don't expect everybody to go out and be on the front lines and do certain things, because that's only built for certain people. Sure. Everybody ain't built for that. Just like the streets, everybody ain't built for the streets. That's why some of you niggas in the streets dying, because y'all ain't built for this shit. It's just what it is. But with that being said, it still should be some type of accountability. Because you don't have to be in the front of the line. You still can see your kid or see someone that's doing something. Hey, young brother, it's a better way, young brother.
That ain't how we do that, right?
That ain't how we do that. This is where I get my issue with it. And I can understand people saying what they're saying about the store. But I'm gonna let you jump on this in a second. I want to say this before you do it. I agree with my brother though on what he said. We was talking about it the other day. You know, he was saying, well, what if we put something there? Like a grocery store or like a community center, you were saying, like some type of community thing. I'm all for that, but it's still gonna fall in the hands of the community. Because the problem with us is we don't support each other, man. If you get a business, anybody that has a business,
We got a business.
we got a business. This is what you got to understand. Within that business, this is just on average, y'all. On average, it takes 18 months on average, and that's minimum, yo. 18 months just to
get it
break
off the
even.
ground.
No, I'm talking about just to when you gotta go just to break even. That's being a lucky one. That's a lucky person. That's a person who got everything going their way, shit coming through. So if you're a person in the area where you're not supported,
You're gonna fall to the wayside.
come on, man. So if you're not supporting your people and you're not trying to be there for them, why are you sitting complaining about what the hell going on with them when it might be one of your people that's doing the bullshit?
And
It's something to think about, y'all. It's something. Stop pointing all the time.
you know what it is though, man.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna take. I'm taught to take the best part of a thing and leave the rest for whoever.
Right.
Everybody has chimed in on this. This week, oh man, my Facebook done went down. All right, it's doing numbers. But what it shows is that on some level, everybody is affected by the vibration of it.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
whether you stay on the east, or you stay on the north, or you stay on the southwest, or you stay on the west, Akron is still your city.
Damn right.
And a lot of people had a mindset of, well, if you don't over here, you don't have a right to complain about it. Well, I live here. You live here.
And we from the West.
And everybody, and we from the West. All right? So we have to get out of that mindset of limiting ourselves to whatever little box in this city we live in.
Right.
They already have us zoned off by wards. That's Ward 4 over there. They got us cut down in the little sections. And everybody looks at whatever's going on in their little section as being just their own business.
Right.
People have family over there.
Right.
People got folks they visit. People got loved ones over there. People do business over there.
Better say it.
So we're all products of the
What
same
they say,
environment.
6 degrees of separation. That's
For
what they
real.
say?
You go get 6 people, and out of them 6, you're gonna find somebody that y'all both know.
Yep.
So
Might find out y'all cousins and didn't even know y'all was
Cause
cousins.
Papa was a Rolling Stone. So for us to sit here and say, well, it's nobody's problem, and then it's just our problem, and then we're not gonna fix it. Well, that's insanity.
Insanity.
So here's what I'm looking at. You know, everybody's got their opinions. I'm just gonna suggest a solution. If the store does get successfully petitioned to be shut down, it needs to be replaced with either a co-op grocery store that's providing goods and services to the people, that also ties the people into a financial stake, into the success of it. People only do things where their money is.
Yeah, when they
How
put
they
it-
say,
yep.
you can tell what a person loves by what they spend their money on.
When they fit have an
Y'all,
advantage.
y'all love the West. Y'all love the Hill. Y'all love that area.
Support it.
Spend some money on it.
Build it up.
Now, if not that, then a community improvement and reform center. That building is big enough for 2 companies to at least have an office in there. If you take out all them coolers, you take out all the aisles, all the little racks and all that, you can set up two decent desks, phones, and a little area for presentations and communication conference area to make it some kind of resource that gets to these young brothers to show them there's other ways to survive, to show them and give them skill sets to do more than trap.
Right.
To find ways to learn how to
Take care of their
do
families.
conflict management.
Better say it.
You know what I'm saying? Be better parents.
You better say it.
Be better children.
You better say it.
All of these things can be implemented in that store if a certain couple of well-to-do or on-the-rise investors of the city, of the community, put into it.
Exactly. And you
And
have
then,
to be a part of it.
and I'm going to go here
Yeah.
because I know this is the part everybody been waiting on too. The laws are already on the books for vagrancy and truancy of juveniles and minors. Those that keep winding up in cuffs, those that keep winding up, caught lacking out here. Well, I don't mean it in the term that y'all thinking. I'm saying caught lacking as far as not being where they should be during the hours of the day. You start tying charges to the parents. Every time we pick your son up, you get a charge. Every time we pick your daughter up, you get a charge. Now, there's a couple different aspects of looking at because some of these kids' parents aren't fit. They have problems of their own. A lot of them drug addicted. A lot of them incarcerated.
And some of them just don't get it.
And some just don't get it.
Don't get it.
So that might not be the most effective either, but it's a start. And then when it comes down to everyone in the community, they say, well, if you shut down OP, they just going to move up the block.
Which is true.
Well, then we do it again.
Which is true.
Then you do it again.
You got to be willing to see. The thing is, what my brother's getting at to y'all is, in order for the community to truly flourish, in order for the community to get what it's really asking for, if this is what they mean, is by taking meaningful actions. You know what I'm saying? He ain't advocating niggas catching charges. That ain't what he advocating. He ain't advocating just shut down every damn store. That's not what he's advocating. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, if we really want to change, then it's shit that got to be done to make the change.
You got to give up something.
Exactly. And once
you
make the change, understand that you're all in. And all in, just like when these niggas be telling each other on site, when I see your ass, I'm at you. That's how you need to be about your community. On site, when I see you, we gonna clean up this community. It go both ways. So we have to see, everything sound good when it's coming out the mouth. A pair of lips will tell you anything. I can tell your ass I'm 6'2". When I'm sitting down, you niggas wouldn't know unless y'all know me. You feel me? So I can get that off. You know what I mean? The point is,
He is.
5'9.5", and I want my half. But the point is, we have to stay on course.
Right.
When tomorrow's football, and I'm gonna use this little analogy for my sports fans. You have a game on Sundays. From Monday to Saturday, you game plan. That's what you do. Monday morning quarterback, and that's when they say they look back at the mistakes they made last Sunday. So from Monday, film session, all the way from practices, all to that next Sunday, you're game planning. You know what that running back can do. You know what that tight end can do. You know what guy you got to double block off the edge there because he's a beast. We understand these things. So you have to stay on your game plan in order to win the game. The moment you deviate from your game plan, you get a turnover.
Straight up.
You get a 3 and out. You get something that takes you away from where you're going. If we constantly see something going on that's good, that ain't good, and we constantly just be like, oh well, or we constantly just be like, oh, that's niggas doing their things, that's a turnover. And it's a turnover on downs. And you don't turn the ball over in the opposing team's red zone. And that's what we do. We turn the ball over in the opposing team's red zone, and we wonder why these jokers scoring.
Now let me bring y'all back to
It's not
speed.
cool.
For y'all that didn't get the metaphor, I'm going to tell y'all what that turnover is. It's the same turnover that's happening in Chicago.
You better say it.
It's the same turnover that's happening in Detroit.
You better say it.
It's the same turnover that's about to start happening in Cleveland.
You better say it.
They come in and they take over that city. They come in and they take over that community. If they tear something down and throw something else up,
What up, John?
they change the landscape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, fam?
And what happened when somebody changed your landscape?
When they change the landscape, you got to go.
You got or either if you ain't got to go, you're going to have to adhere to what the hell going on.
So
That's what it is.
if this is your community, this is your neighborhood, and you really do care about it, you got to show up and show out some kind of way.
You got to show up and show out, bro.
Tuesday at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 8, the Copley Road Community Center is having a gathering, a discussion about this very thing. I will be there. I'm hoping y'all be there too.
Please, show up.
To find out or help come up with some kind of course of action
Right.
to help solve this problem. Because make no mistake, man, and we talked about this,
Right.
no solution is going to happen like that.
At all.
The problem didn't come
No, sir.
like that.
No, sir.
So any course of action that we have to take to start showing these young brothers that we do care about them, but y'all can't do this.
Y'all can't do this.
Something
Come on,
has to stick. And it's going to take effort.
Yeah.
And
Patience.
everybody is spending more energy arguing over what the first step is. It's like being in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Right up there on Madison, at the corner of Copley and Madison, bro. 775 Copley Road.
775 Copley Road, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Tuesday.
When
Six
you in a
to
fight,
eight.
yeah, I
Six-
believe it's from 6 to 8. When you in a fight and you get knocked down, right? The first thing in your mind is, if you a fighter, is get up. You don't go, well, which leg should I put up under me first? Or which rope do I grab onto? Or you get your ass up.
Get your ass up.
So this arguing over,
Right.
well,
You should take
y'all
the
some
store.
suckers if y'all take the store.
There's a store.
And
Don't take the
or
store.
yada 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 yada.
Come on, man.
You arguing over getting up on the foot.
Come on, man.
Because here's my viewpoint. It's just me.
'Cause that's minuscule.
This is just my viewpoint on it. If the store is shut down, it puts every merchant on that strip on notice. And it's what it says is that if, as a business owner, if you do not follow certain business practices, and it's just common law, the common knowledge to me. If you're making money in the community, that's your asset. You want to continue to keep them around. You have a certain code of business that you want to uphold. If people feel like your store is a negative element, then you're only getting a certain amount of business because no one feels safe shopping in that environment. If you're not able to put in certain measures to show your community that you care about it, then you're being complicit in perpetuating and continuing this problem.
Like I said, a symptom. You definitely a symptom.
When we was in school, you look on the back of them yearbooks. I don't know the exact principles of who owned the store now. But when we were in school, Mr. Hickman, who did own the store, made contributions to the Bookville cluster. The back of your yearbook always had an ad, or these pages were help supplied by donations from Mr. Pantry. They gave back into the community. They valued their community. They valued the people that patronized them because they realized without you, we're not successful. So we don't see that now. At least, now unless someone can correct me, any of y'all kids that's going, you can show me that there's a donation or some kind of contribution that comes out of this store other than allowing these young gunners to sit on their block every day. If you can show me some other form of contribution, then I'll correct my statement. But as of right now, I don't see that.
But you got the thing is when it comes to those contributions, those got to be something that people actually appreciate and actually push for. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, the thing is, for me, is if we're going to support something, we got to support something that's actually going to bring a change.
Right.
See, like I said, ever since I've known Open P, it's been Open P. Ever since I've been to Mr. Pantry or Open Pantry, because it used to be Miss Pantry, it's always been something going on up there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, what does the store actually bring to the community? Is the question the community has to ask. To piggyback on what you're saying, what is it bringing to the community?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, we already know if they close down Mr. Pantries, niggas have to take their ass out the street to Kelly's and get the blunts and all this shit, or they gonna take their, I believe that was that Queens over there, I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that element people that we take it and we, you know, because what is it bringing? What is it doing? The thing is, with that being said, y'all still got to remember what y'all putting into the shit. You got to remember
Right.
that. You're not putting nothing into it. So it don't matter who owning it. If you're not putting positivity in that area, in my opinion, it don't matter who own it. You know what I'm saying? Because the store, for me personally, the store owner's there to make money. He's there to make money. Period. So if I have to, I don't want to deal with that shit because it's going to kill my bottom line, what you think he going to do? He going to stay on his bottom line. He ain't going to give a shit about who dying in front of that mofo. He ain't going to care about none of that stuff. And so some could say, well, damn, man, you don't even care about the community. You shouldn't be here. Then some could say, well, then that's a business. It's his job to run his business. And see, I think it kind of goes.
Okay.
I think it kind of tilts both ways.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't think it just clearly one and clear the other. I feel like, to me, that should be something balanced. Because yes, at the end of the day, I'm here to make money. I'm here to support my family, and I'm here to provide you with a product that you like. Period. That's my job. However, if I see something that so much ain't hindered, because look at it like this. Speaking up about want things better in the neighborhood, I don't think that's going to kill your bottom line as far as making money.
No.
I think you're still going to make money.
I think it's going to increase it.
You know what I'm saying? And it can increase it if the people have the same attitude that you have. If the people have the same attitude, like, you know what? We want better. But we need our corner store because, I need to be able to go up there and get my loaf of bread. I need to go up there and go take my EBT here so I ain't got to run all the way to this side of town. Because we're trying to support our side of town. We're trying to support a business in our side of town. But if we're going to support that business, it's a responsibility that we all hold for that business.
I'm going to say this, and this is a little bit of an education for some of y'all that don't understand it. When you look at the relationship between black people and our Middle Eastern cousins, historically, it's been one of extortion. And I'm just going to keep it 100. When you're in a community,
You got a point there. They do something about it.
when you're in a community and you don't circulate that money back into the community, then what you're doing is you're taking from that community. I don't care if it's Mr. Pantry or CVS. When you take money out of a community and you don't find ways for that money to circulate back into the community again,
To help the community.
then you're not a part of that community. You are a thief of that community. The thing is, we done got cool with it because they've made compromises. You can come buy cigarettes at 13.
You better say it.
You can come buy liquor at 19.
You better say it.
That's our give. That's their give back to y'all for not giving back to y'all.
And
And if that's what you're going to,
sell pitch.
if that's what you're going to accept
Yep. Preach,
as
bro.
payment
Preach, bro.
for this shit, then you ain't worth saving either.
If you cool with, because basically what you saying is, I'm cool with the foolishness. I'm cool. Fuck it.
Then don't
That's
complain.
what I'm saying. That's when it goes back to what we saying when people, man, shit, let them niggas do what they do.
Then don't complain.
You can't, because you're not giving us anything. You're taking away, like he just said. And then now our mentalities is of what? Well, shit. As long as I can get my blunts, as long as I can get my motherfucking Four Loko, as long as I can go get my Digi, as long as I can hit my lick up here real quick. You know what I'm saying? We look at it as it's a matter. The convenience store has become convenient to screw us.
Because
Like I said, think what's there. Just think about what's in your convenience store. When you think about what's in your convenience store, just think about it. You might catch a loaf of bread in there. You might
catch some chips.
catch some chips. You might catch you a Fiji water here and there.
some bread.
You might catch you some
bread that
Arizonas.
expired yesterday.
You might catch some Arizonas. The ones over here in this refrigerator cold. Those are near still room temperature.
You gotta shuffle them
Yeah,
around.
you gotta cuss a nigga out like, damn, nigga, y'all shit ain't never cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool. That's great. But then, what is the main thing Negroes jumping up in that motherfucker for?
Shit, blacks.
Come on, man. Shit that do what? That don't help.
It don't help.
And I ain't gonna lie. I hit the motherfucker up too, because I gotta go get my pack. I gotta get my pack.
We
you know, I'm just
We
keeping
just
it real.
advertise.
But I'm just
We
saying.
gotta get a royalty for that.
And we do, don't we, man? But the point I'm making is, man, you look at these stores and it's like, what's in there for us? It's stuff that's gonna keep us in the same mentality or the mindset of what we in. And unless we're trying to grow out of that mentality, unless we're trying to say, hey, this mindset ain't get me no damn where.
Right.
But see, this is the thing too, bro, that I think plays a part too. You have to actually go through something and be tired of going through it before you decide that you want to make a change. And because change sounds good, but I'm gonna tell you something my old man told me. Shout out to Pops.
Word up.
My Pops told me this, and he told me that he's ingrained this in my head. In order to change, that's something you have to work on every day. You can't wake up today and say, you know what? I'm tired of smoking this dope. I'm cool. Because see, the thing is, when you say that shit, you actually mean it. You actually mean you don't want to do that. But what happens when a problem comes? What happens when some foolishness happens? You feel what I'm saying? Now
Right.
you get all out of your element of what you want to do. We got to stop letting circumstances and situations change us from doing positive things. Oh, man, this just happened to me, man. So since this happened to me, man, I was trying. No, keep trying. Keep pushing. Because the reason why you dealing with all them adversities, the reason why you dealing with all that foolishness is because you close to the breakthrough, bro. Same thing that happened with us.
It
When
gets
we
harder
first
at
started
the
this,
top.
when we first started trying to do this show, we had so much shit coming at us, man.
Man.
From illnesses to my son, my kid's mom passed away. Your daughter got sick. My daughter ended up getting sick. It was a whole bunch of bullshit that just kept happening to us. We go to record.
I run out of gas.
We run out of gas one time. One time we get to trying to do the record the show. The damn computer got to tripping.
Right.
You know, we couldn't do what we wanted to do. And now y'all see we getting on time. We've been on time. And we use those as excuses for us not to be on time at 8 o'clock we was telling y'all. So in a
Right.
sense, we were letting y'all down because we were allowing situations
Let's say
to
it.
get in our way
Let's say it.
when we supposed to be on time for y'all to bring y'all the message that we say we trying to bring y'all. We don't do this shit because we want the whole money. Getting some of this shit would be great. Why not?
But we ain't doing
But this ain't what it's about.
We ain't doing this just to be seen.
No,
man.
we're not. We doing it because we give a shit. I care. I give a shit. Everybody that knows me know I'm a silly dude. I like to laugh, but I'm a very serious motherfucker when it's time to be serious. You understand what I'm saying? So this is something that I'm serious about because I've made the mistakes. I've hurt us. Us have hurt me. I've been in situations. I'm speaking from experience. I'm tired of being that person.
Right.
And every day, I no lie, every day, Ross, something tests me to see if I really mean what I'm saying.
If you still on.
If I'm trying to control my temper, if I'm trying to control my anger, every fucking day, y'all, something happens to me. No lie, I'm not saying it. Every day something happens to me, be like, this nigga here. Ooh, this nigga gonna be the reason why I go back. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus be
You know what I'm
offense.
saying? Right. Jesus take the wheel, because I'm about to crash this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's how I be.
What my brother was saying is that if y'all going to be the change that you wish to see, you got to be for real about it. It's going to take work. It's going to take heart.
Amen.
You know, Minister Farrakhan
Sacrifice.
called for 1,000 fearless, 10,000 fearless in every community. If you can get 10,000 brothers, and I'm saying brothers because here's the thing,
I agree.
and I'm going to say this, you know, shout out to everybody that's out here in the trenches.
For real.
But it's a whole lot more of the sisters that are voicing the cry of help, that are voicing the anguish of the community than brothers. Men are not, for whatever reasons, we lacking.
Message.
We have let our frustrations
Yep.
and our disconnect,
Yep.
because let's call it, some of us got out of that lifestyle. Some of us started into our own lives, and we stepped away from what they're doing out there day to day.
Right.
So now we come back, it's a whole new landscape, and we don't know the language. Well, you got to tap back in.
Got to.
And the only way to tap back in with these youngins is not out of hostility. It's not out of, and don't get me wrong, man. I'm not saying forgive the fact that they just let off 16 rounds and hit everybody but who they was trying to shoot. I'm not saying forget that. But this problem is bigger than what is seen right in front of us.
Right.
You know?
And I agree with you on that, bro.
We have to come at them in love and say, as big brothers,
As big brothers.
as OGs,
Exactly.
as big homies, and say, look, y'all need to come up with a new structure on how y'all handle business. This is how you making your money. Who am I to judge it? But y'all got to find different ways to handle conflict. Y'all got to find different ways to handle disagreements. And let's put it like this. Y'all need to find avenues to give back from what y'all taking from in this process.
Say it, man. You better say
They used to be, how many of y'all remember block parties being thrown by the head dude?
kicking it. I'm talking about fun. Doing
How many of y'all-
doing shit.
You know, now the plug is 50 years old, living in Green, got foot soldiers out here making his money, and he don't give two shits about them or who they affecting. Just bring me back what you owe me.
But see, the thing is, Rod, you know what the problem is with the brothers that's got out? I've seen with some of the brothers that got out. They like this with it. Whew. I made it.
Yeah.
Whew.
And ain't
I
reaching
made
back.
it. It's too many of us doing that. It's too many of us in high profile positions. It's too many of us in situations. You know, listen, man. If you made it, that's a blessing. That you still alive to be able to talk about, to be able to walk into someone and say, hey, bro, that ain't how you do that.
Right.
Okay, I understand, you know, you've been through this, and now you feel this way. Because people react off things and we do things because of the environment we in, and we feel like that's the only thing for us. So if I feel like that's the only way I can make it because everywhere else I go to turn me down, what am I going to do? Because the fucking lights is off. These kids hungry. This is this. Mama's strung out. This is this. So I'm going to where where I feel I'm comfortable. And it's messed up that I feel comfortable in an element that's going to take my life. You're comfortable in an element that's going to take your life because your life doesn't feel comfortable. And that's crazy. Because and so when you actually had the opportunity to get out, you owe somebody to give back. I owe everybody that listens to me talk, I owe you that. Everybody who I share my story with, I owe you that. That ain't something that, yeah, maybe I could do this, maybe I could tell them. No, I owe you that. You know why I owe you that? Because if I tell you that I love my people, if I tell you that I love my community, if I tell you this is Truth Be Told Radio, if that's what I'm saying, what the fuck I look like not giving it back? And everybody's not going to take the way I talk. Everybody ain't going to be able to generate to that. Everybody ain't going to be able to generate the way he talk. But those who need to hear it are going to hear it. And all I can pray and hope is that I at least touch one person. And I hope that one person sees someone else that they can touch. And then that one person sees somebody that they can touch. Next thing you know, it might be 2 people that see it. Next thing you know, it might be 3 people. The point is, y'all, it has to be a start.
That's right.
It has to be a start. The start isn't saying, shut OP down, but no reason behind shutting OP down. Man, it's just the parents. But ain't nobody got shit out here trying to help these parents get better. Oh, well, it's this, it's that. Everybody can come up with a quick-ass problem and tell you what the hell you need to do, but can't do shit for their damn self. It's easy to tell somebody else what the hell to do when you ain't going through that shit. It's easy. We have to be able to say, we have to have compassion for someone else's situation. We have to be understanding because, like I tell my brother, sometimes he and I be like Rob, what, niggas ain't thinking like that now. He tends to get on me about like, bro, well, we got to get him thinking like that. And I feel him on that. But it starts with a conversation. So we have to spark this. And after it's getting sparked, it can't just watch it burn out. It's not what it is about, brother.
It takes work to keep that
It takes
fire
work, bro. And you have to be, I'm sorry, y'all, and I'm going to just say it like this too. In some situations, you got to be willing to lose your life. If it comes down to the betterment of what the hell you really saying you stand up for. Because if you ain't willing to die for what you believe in, then what the fuck is you talking about?
You don't believe in it.
What are you talking about? Like my brother say, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's enough, y'all. Like I say, man, I got cats that I've grown up with. That's some real dudes. Cats that I met later on in my life, some real dudes. And shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all is. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for the real men, to piggyback on my brother said, it's time for the men to step up. We can't always, well, she, no, fuck that. What we doing? Because see, that woman gonna follow when she see that man saying, baby, we got this. Them kids gonna follow when they see them men saying, hey, youngin, we got this.
And to touch on what Brother Yusuf just commented, he said the women need to master the home. Well, at the same time, the reason these women are out in the front is because they're feeling the pain of the lack of the man mastering the environment around the home.
Who's supposed to be carrying the gun?
And let's go back to I know I do this about every other show, but let's go back to slave days. All right, that woman tried to protect her children. She would bear the brunt of a lot of the threats, the abuse, the rape, the torture, trying to preserve that black male because she knew that was the extension of our survival in a physical sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't have a black male, you don't have another kid. Now, you say the same thing about a woman, but if she finds a white male, she's going to have a biracial kid. There's still another kid. This is the war that we're looking at on black men. We are being exterminated by our own hands and by the circumstances that we're in.
By the system we in, yep.
And let's not forget that this is the true focus of all this that's going on. Somebody's child is going to die. And I'm going to go here. Because the next thing that's going to happen at OP is going to be an APD officer discharging that firearm. And we're all going to want to come out here
be mad.
And protest and fuck 12 and all that. But don't want to look at how it got there or what precipitated that shit.
But But that's the problem.
We so reactionary.
That's what I'm saying.
We're reactionary.
Remember what we said yesterday? We react. What is that? We react about when bullshit happened to us, but we don't react over the bullshit that's happened to us. It's crazy. Oh, I'm mad because dude got killed up there at the store, and they shouldn't have did that. He ain't even had this, and just because of this, he shouldn't have got shot. Okay, you're right. He shouldn't have got shot. But nigga, you can't stand in front of OP with your pants down and your blunt in your mouth and talking shit to a motherfucker who can get away with killing you.
Easy.
And I'm not letting them off the hook, but I don't go inside the lion's mouth and get mad when the motherfucker bite me. You don't do that.
Straight up.
Let me stay away from that. Especially when I know that lion is there. It's people. It's too much going on, bro. We see too much. One thing about these phones, even though I think these phones and like dumbed us down a little bit.
Oh man!
But think about what they've shown us. The shit we seeing, the shit that can't be hid now. So if you sit up here wondering how you still caught in the element of some shit you constantly seeing on a day-to-day basis, you got a man in the office right now who basically telling you, I don't give a damn about you. He's not kind of saying it. It's the shit's being said. We look at situations where unarmed black men die, and we know, hey, he didn't put himself in that situation. That was just some foolishness,
Right.
and he still did.
Right.
But we get the same amount of butt sore about the man who didn't deserve to die as we get mad at the man who caused his death. And I'm not saying kill him. I'm not saying that. But it's a different type of reaction, people. I'm sorry. It's a different type of reaction when a man who don't deserve to get killed, as far as a man who's put himself in an element that could cause him to get killed.
That's real.
But we get mad with the same type of anger. And then what's so crazy is not only do we get mad with the same type of anger, we bag off with the same, we retreat with the same type of retreat. What the fuck? You can't, and then we say, don't nobody care. They ain't trying to help us. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna contribute to this. For what? Everything, you know what everything does with us? We do everything we can to help misinform our motherfucking selves. That's what we do. And then when you get some brothers like me and him talking, or some other brothers talking, y'all want to listen to that shit. And I appreciate everybody listening to us now, because right now Ohio State on. And y'all choosing to listen to us and watch Ohio State. And I want y'all to know we appreciate that.
We appreciate that for sure. That's sacrifice.
That's sacrifice.
That's sacrifice.
And that's the problem. People can't TiVo that shit. Is TiVo still around?
I think so.
Okay. Well, TiVo that shit. The point I'm making is, man, we gotta care enough to where we can put something to the side and say, you know what, that ain't as important as this. That doesn't matter as much as this matter. Come on, y'all. When are we going to get fed up? When are we gonna get fed up, Ra? When are we gonna say it's enough is enough? Do we have to keep losing something in our backyard or in our front yard before we say? And let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say it that way. Do we have to keep losing stuff in our front yard and our backyard, and then we just gonna keep saying, "Well, I just put it on the curb Thursday because trash will be here." That what we gonna keep doing? That's what we gonna keep doing with our problems? Oh, just set it over here. Come on, man.
APD is, because that's the next move, man.
You better say it.
They are getting ready.
That's giving them an excuse too, bro.
The green light has been given.
The green light has been given. Oh, you know what? They tripping over here. So all I gotta say is, in fear for my life. And then what's the first thing they gonna do? Well, remember the stats you came up with? The stats you told me about, the shit that's going on OP about the calls and all that shit? We said like 70-some calls, some shit like that?
Then there's 70 calls in just the last close to six months.
So you got 70 calls in the last 6-7 months. It's the hood. It's a high crime area. Car number 20 don't like niggas. Yeah, I called you out, car 20, because you be tripping. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff going on, all we doing is giving the enemy more fuel.
Ammunition.
Hey, come get us. Hey, come get me. Come get me. Come get me. Come get me. Come on, man. Only thing we doing is, bro. And you know, so funny.
It's assisted suicide.
Exactly. And you know who's money. You know who gaining financially.
Ooh.
They gaining on us financially. So now you got the store getting all the money. You arrest a joker. And now his ass going to jail. Now he's on probation. And he's in the system. Then, or somebody pass away, get killed. Now the funeral home's getting paid. Everything that has to do with us getting fucked means someone else makes money.
Everybody else is getting
Think about
money.
it, y'all. Just think about that shit for a minute.
That's real.
We the commodity. How we the commodity and the consumers? What type of shit is that? I mean, for real, y'all. Just think about that for a second.
This Tuesday, from 6 to 8. Copley Road Community Center.
Come on.
775 Copley Road. We need to have this conversation, and we need to come up with plans of action. Now, you know, I'm going to put it like this. I'm a different individual than most.
Go Blue. I know that's right.
Yeah,
Michigan.
My brother tripping.
Hey, no, he's not. I go to Michigan too, bro. So go Blue too.
I'll let him have it. I'll let him have that up on my timeline, shouting out Michigan Wolverines.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
I'm gonna let him have it. But
you gotta support it, Daryl.
Yo, what's that down there?
Down there, out the crazy.
But the thing is, I'm not. I believe in action. I believe in contributing resources. I believe in helping to implement organization and initiatives. Marching and protesting is passionate.
It is.
It's symbolic.
It's a sacrifice too.
It's a sacrifice because you're putting yourself in front of the elements.
You're in the line of fire. We will say that.
I want to be me myself. I've been to a couple rallies. I remember when there was a shooting incident at Queens convenience store some years back, and we shut down Copley Road. You had the Nation of Islam out there. You had a lot of community protesters that were out there that courageously let the city know that they cared about that area. It's kind of back to where it was again for the reasons that we've already said.
Exactly.
But we all need to come up with ideas. You have a lot of intelligent people, a lot of passionate people, a lot of heartfelt individuals
I agree.
that your presence is needed. Your energy is needed, not just there. I'm talking about in this community, out here in this universe. We all go to work and live our lives and come back home and we feed our kids and we tend to our families and we close off from the chaos.
Right.
And I understand it, man. I understand it. I do. I really do. I'm not condemning nobody for that. Like I said, I'm not on here to judge nobody, from the bangers and the slangers to the hard workers and the blue collars. I'm not here to judge nobody. But what I'm going to say is that this universe thrives on harmony. It thrives on vibrations.
Yes, sir.
It thrives on energies.
Yes, sir.
And if we're not putting our energies out into the universe, then what are we doing? We're being selfish with ourselves.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Very selfish with ourselves.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Very selfish with ourselves. And the thing is this, y'all, and I'm going to end with this. When are we going to start to realize that we matter? Y'all love each other, man. Like we always do. We appreciate y'all for checking us out at TBT, Truth Be Told Radio, keeping it a buck.
Because we don't give a fuck.
But on this topic, y'all,
We do.
we do.
Peace.
Y'all be cool, man.